Today we're going to be listening to Without You by Kranium featuring Queen Naija. As usual, I'm going to be providing you with a breakdown of the different elements of the song and just kind of talking you through some of the things that I'm picking up on as a promoter, as a curator. This track dropped around 5 days ago now, so I'm a little bit behind. But yeah, listen, excited to be breaking this down. It should be an absolute banger. Before we get into the video though, if you like new music and you like it daily, go ahead, check out my main channel, link in the description below. Let's get it. All right, so no messing about with this track, right? We've just got straight into it. We've got those keys, which are just kind of nice in the background there. Not too sort of like in your face, just nice and subtle, helping to kind of set that mood and that tone. We've gone straight in with the beat as well. And we've got Kranium's vocals just, you know, very echoed, very kind of reverbed and wide on the track already. Yeah, how reverbed and echoed the vocals are.
You told me a million times I never listen when you say that you will leave someday. Yeah, heartbroken, can't sleep, can't eat it, can't feel my face, I'm shaking, mind going crazy since lately. Been weak for a week, 7 days I'm.
Okay, so we got a nice bass line which has come in as we've hit the first verse. We've got nice flow from Kranium. Again, those vocals very layered, very kind of wide to really give it presence on the track. And now we've kind of got into this section where, you know, he's kind of hitting those high notes, which is nice, right? Because it switches that flow up a little bit. And just by the way, right, I am very aware of this flashing bar on the right hand side, right? There's nothing I can do about it. It's YouTube. It's not anything to do with me. So apologies if that's a distraction. But yeah, let's take it back a few and we can kind of just recap what I was talking about there.
Can't feel my face, I'm shaking, mind going crazy since lately.
So there's the flow change, going up into higher notes.
Come on home, I'm all yours. I've been weak for a week, 7 days I'm barely standing. Ain't no more contemplating, wouldn't be like before.
All right, so we've got this little, it's like an ad-lib, or it's just this kind of effect. It's like every now and again it just comes in, right? And what you can hear if you listen really, really carefully are these kind of extra keys that just kind of flow in, and they're very, very low level, right? But just listen, and they come in just before we're about to hit what I'm going to assume is the chorus here. There it is. Listen.
Come on home, I'm all yours.
There.
7 days I'm barely standing.
Try and listen to those extra keys.
Wouldn't be like before.
They were there. They were there.
You keep the peace in me in my heart. You keep the peace in me in my heart. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna live without you. 'Cause you keep the peace.
All right, so we've got really, really layered vocals here. The bass line is much more prominent in the chorus as well, right? And what you can hear is, you know, the vocals are pretty much coming from all angles on this track, right? So far, you know, there's not been a huge amount of instrumental. And what I mean by that is, you know, we haven't had sort of like crazy strings coming in and sort of like these, like, I don't know, just overwhelming percussions, right? Or anything like that. The instrumental is very, very subtle. It seems to be very focused, right, on the vocals right now. And you can hear that they're coming in, or they're kind of panning from different sides, right? They're also, I know I've already said it, but they're layered. We've got quite a few harmonies going on. So yeah, like really, really nice. Definitely on the vocal front at the moment. I'll take it back a few just so you can kind of hear how they kind of pan from the different sides left to right, and obviously on the harmonies as well. There's those harmonies. You can hear them coming in each side.
Why did it take you so long to realize what was before you? You fumbled a diamond, babe. Now you trying to find your way back to me.
All right, so it was a really nice transition right into Queen Naija's verse here. She's very much switching things up now, right? So, you know, she's kind of come in and rather than staying at this kind of same like vocal tone, right? She kind of come in, started sort of like, you know, almost not a low range, but I would say sort of like a mid range. And she's really kind of taking it up with the vocals, right? She's stepping it up a gear, which is nice because, again, you know, it gives us something that's appealing to the ear, right? That keeps us interested in the song. I'll take it back. You know, you can hear that transition. It's like a kind of reversed, I don't know, effect that kind of comes into it. And then she comes in. Right, here comes that reverse thing.
Why did it take you so long to realize what was before you? You fumbled a diamond, babe.
See, she's going up. And you got those. You got a lot of ad-libs going on as well, right? And those ad-libs are being harmonized, right? So not only have you got her playing around a lot more with the kind of vocals, but they're being layered a lot, they're being harmonized a lot, and you've got quite a few ad-libs in there as well. There you go. Now that was really nice on the vocals, right? We had an extra layer come in that we haven't had before, and it's a real high note, but it's layered and it's harmonized over the top, right? Again, I'll take it back just a few. You can hear it, right? But it's definitely new. Okay, right. So what we've also had, right, and I've just noticed it as I've kind of got past the vocals, right, because there's a lot happening vocally here in this track, both on Kranium's side and on Queen Naija's side as well, right. But actually, the pianos, right, are different. So when on Kranium's verse, the pianos were very subtle, right? But then on Queen Naija's verse, right, the pianos are more your kind of standard, more recognized pianos, right? And they're way less subtle than what they are on Kranium's first verse, right? So I'll take it back just a couple, just so you can hear how those pianos are different and how they're being used. There you go, hear that. Little rip. Nice. Really like how those vocals are being kind of not necessarily played off against one another, but just, you know, you've got Kranium's vocals and you've got Queen Naija's vocals all coming in at once, and it adds a different element to it, a different feel to the track, right? When they're in there both together like that. Listen. Hear that? Right. Do you know what's interesting here is Kranium, right? So we've now, what are we, third verse, yeah? So, yeah, because you've had his, Queen Naija, and now his. Okay, right, so third verse, right? The flow of it's completely different, right? And again, it's just, it's that craftsmanship. It's that pro level, right? Like the flow has changed from the first verse, right? The flow has changed from the second verse. Yeah, so it's all different. But also, if you listen, he's now getting layered and kind of ad-libbed over the top as well. Something that we heard in the first track, but is first verse, but is way more obvious in this third verse, right? I'll take it back a few. You can listen again. You see, it's a different flow, right? There are those ad-libs. Hear it. It's so obvious, and it's being made obvious as well. You know, it's not an accident that that's happening, right? It's done on purpose. Yeah. I hope I find a freedom. It's paralyzing me. I thought I found forever. Now it seems to rather find forever with somebody else. Oh baby, now ain't allowing to see you. And now the bass lines come back in, right? You notice on that verse, I think, you know, in order to make those vocals much more obvious, right? They've kind of stripped the bass line out, right? But now it comes back in, like literally just now. No bass line. Now we got a bass line. Beautiful, mate. Now that is a note. That is a note, bro. Right? So there's a couple of things here. You notice the pianos, the keys are different again. Right? For Kranium's verse, we got these kind of softer keys coming in, right? And those vocals there, I mean, they make me pull this face, right? Because that's how good they are. They're just sweet, like beautiful, stunning vocals, man. Like just listen to it as I mean, we're kind of like pre-chorus, about to hit the chorus, and he's just coming in, man, with these nice notes now. Like, listen. It's so easy for me. Without the love of my baby, there are those subtle keys. Don't even know what I need. Can't believe I lost my lifeline. There we are. Listen to that. Nice, and now we're just kind of filtering out. There's that effect. Now he's just chilling. He's just chilling, isn't he? All right, guys, verdict time. I'm going to give this track a solid 8 out of 10. What did I like about it? The main thing that I liked about this track is it wasn't kind of heavily centered around the instrumental, right? It was kind of more vocally driven. What do I mean by that? I think I kind of explained it or mentioned it in the video as we were breaking it down, but you know, look, the instrumental, when you listen to it, is quite straightforward, right? There's not a lot of elements in there, and we did have some changes as the different artists came in with their vocals, right? But nothing significant, right? There wasn't massive strings in there or kind of like big instruments that really had it stand out, right? So that kind of then leaves you with the vocals, and you can tell it was vocally driven because straight out of the gate, right, you've got Kranium's vocals being reverbed, being echoed, you know, being very wide and present on the track, right, from the minute you hit play. And the same thing happened with Queen Naija's as well, right? You listen to her verse, they're very layered, there's lots of ad-libs, there's lots of harmonies, they're being panned. It's just, it's all focused on the vocals. And I really like that about this track. And I felt that that was the right thing to do considering the vibe of the track. Alright guys, so that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.